Kotlin data classes by default will generate what are known as component methods. So we have P1, we'll see component, we have component1, which is a string, and this is going to be the first name. P1.component2 is going to be for the second item in the parameter list, which is a string. So in the order in which they occur is what the components will occur in. So this will be val first name, val last name, will equal that. And then as you can see here, we do not have any more components because that's all. So P1.component, component1, component2. However, if we come down here and add another item here, so val age, it's an int, and let's provide a value up here of 30 or 30. Now, if we cite P1.component, we see we have another one, and this one is an integer type because this is the third parameter up here. This is the int, so it's the third component in the parameter list. And so we say val age equals component3, and these are generated for you behind the scenes by the Kotlin compiler. So if we were to print line all of these things out there, we could say first name, we would say print line last name, and print line, we could do age. And if we were to run this, we will see Donn Felker 30 being printed out to the screen. Now, of course, we could just replace this with P1.component1 and P1.component2. We'll just copy this here, save time, it will do component3, and we can delete these other ones here and delete all these. And if we run this, we'll see the same thing that we just saw before, Donn Felker 30. So component1, component2, component3. Now, if I switch this around, so I'm going to put 30 here, and I'm going to get a compiler error at first, so I'll say 30. I need to switch the parameter order down here. I can actually do this. Then component 1, 2, and 3 are going to be different. Component 1 will be Donn, component 2 will be 30, component 3 will be Felker. Let's put it back to how it was before with the age at the end. And one more thing that we can actually do here too is we can actually specify these in incorrect order. So let's do this. Let's just say age equals 30, last name equals Felker, first name equals Donn. And actually, let's even flip these two. Let's flip these two right here. So we're completely out of order at this point. But however, we're using named parameters, and Kotlin's going to figure that out for us in the way anyway, because this is the way that they're defined. So these are the way that the components are going to be adjusted, not in the order in which they're passed in, but in a way that they're defined in the data class. So first name is component1, last name is component2, and age is component3. So even if I use name parameters in a different order, Kotlin will figure that out behind the scenes and correctly render them in the correct order with the correct components. As we can see here, component1 is Donn, Felker here is component2, and component3 is 30. And that's how you can work with the components that are generated inside of a data class. And I do have one more use, and that's going to be destructuring, which is coming soon.